Hi again, everyone. I'm Ollie Matthews. This is the Narcissistic Resistance, and this resistance video is sponsored by contribution from Chris, and here's his story. Thanks so much for your response to my last question I sent you. I am so glad you have the balls to speak about the truth, even when it doesn't provide a direct answer. I was recently able to join a metal band as the guitarist and got to even play a local show. Needless to say, it was a blast and a dream come true. You're absolutely right that I cannot let go of my narcissistic dad and stepmother. The two big reasons why are both anger at and fear of what they do or have already done. I recently recovered suppressed memories when my dad invited people over to his house or went about the Millard neighborhood and took me to a child pornography and spirit cooking. The first memory of being spirit cooked, and for those of you who don't know what spirit cooking is, it's this, like, quote unquote, these people are fucking losers. I mean, these people who do this shit are just fucking losers. They want to act like they're like in some kind of satanic cult, but they do sick shit like rubbing blood and semen and kids, and they're just nasty people. And at the end of the day, they're dangerous, but they're losers. It's like if you gave those losers, weird kids in school we all grew up with a shit ton of money, this is what they would do. My first memory of being spirit cooked was when I was 1 year old. My dad had picked me up for visitation and proceeded to blame me for his marriage going down the toilet, but then said he will control me. Took me to a creative hair design where a snooty lady greeted us at the door. My dad took me to a back room where I was sprayed with some sort of chemical that apparently knocked me out. Next thing I know, I wake up in the family room of Dad's house, the windows of which are covered in black trash bags, as confirmed by my mother's testimony of the divorce. I was sitting in the middle of a pentagram right in the front, and right in front of me was my dad, buck naked, with his large dangling dick, wearing a goat's head, waving some incense and chanting a hex that apparently involved silence, loyalty, and death. Basically, don't tell anyone what happens between him and me. Remain mentally, emotionally, and spiritually attached at the hip as if he was a god, and destroy and sabotage myself. At least I was able to get that crap out of me by the way of my Christian counselor. I also have since determined that rape was actually demonic activity entering me anally. I was able to infer this from pictures I drew in my teenage years of centipede-like creatures crawling out every opening in people's faces, including while blindfolded. Such activities took place repeatedly, whether Dad took me to other places, including the neighbors next door, for others to join in and bully me in the process. At his house one time, I was in the pool table where I had the pleasure of having a pool stick shoved into my ass while I was restrained to the table. Oh, this is getting demonetized. My father's not a Satanist. He was just bent on control of me to become a scapegoat, a flying monkey, and an extension all in one, all while isolating me from living a normal life. The isolation involved gaslighting everything from conversations, relationships, human interaction, employment, to anything in life as either possibly attacking me, below me, or immoral, even getting me to believe all that and do that to myself. Basically, he manipulated me away from having a normal life, all so he could have me to himself. I was tricked into letting him steal away my childhood and my youth and any ability to have enjoyable life experiences like my friends had and to thrive. I am angry, scared, and cannot let him or my stepmother go because I know what these monsters are capable of. Yes, I am better since these narcs are out of my life, but it certainly doesn't help when you see a dramatic increase of it everywhere. Even as I deprogram myself and fill the truth of God's word in its place, I still don't understand how no contact is a complete win, letting alone getting rid of the problem. There are no complete wins in narcissism. There's living with the effects of it. If you're looking for the antidote to the magic goat head and swinging dick, there isn't one, other than understanding and being honest about what happened to you. Yes, you're away from the narcissist and out of their control, but they still operate the same way and live another day to hurt someone else. They still get away with spiritual murder. Not to be able to counter, punish, or destroy these demons feels like admitting defeat and choking. Even if they only win Charlie Sheen style, I can still feel my dad and stepmom laughing as they claim we have destroyed and conquered you, and there's nothing you can do to fight back. At least I was the Sonic the Hedgehog to their Dr. Robotnik, so to speak, and kept outsmarting him at their every attempt to do me in. I know my dad told me to be aggressive and to fight back, among other things, to obviously mislead me, blame shift, and disguise his insecurities. I know he meant to gaslight and discourage me when saying I was behind my peers. I know he's full of shit and that I should not have to fight to defend myself from people who are supposed to be my parents. Nevertheless, I don't understand how we could just let these people go and move on when the threat of narcissistic abuse still exists. Well, what's your option? You're going to keep them in your life and do what? And do what? Like, what is your option here? Are you addicted to the abuse? I mean, are you addicted to the abuse? I still feel vulnerable and scared of being abused again by anyone with a cluster B disorder. I wish that these demons would just be punishable as to not get away with this stuff anymore by any incapacitating means necessary. I know there will always be people like this, but I was raped of a normal life, happiness, and general feeling of safety. I want it back. I want justice. I don't want to die living a hopeless curmudgeon life. What the hell am I getting wrong? Sincerely, Chris. You're getting wrong that there is no magic potion to make this all go away other than understanding how it happened. And what you got to understand here is I'm taking you at your word in all this, is that the narcissist can make you addicted to the abuse. And that's what it almost seems like here, Chris, is that you have this addiction from the abuse and you're going through almost like a drug-like withdrawal from it. Just tells me you need a lot more help. You probably need intensive therapy. And you need to get this out in the open completely. Okay? But I mean, I'm going to be realistic with you here. If what you're telling me is real, you're beyond. Yeah, I can tell you about the tenets of narcissism. But for the intensive type of recovery you would need from this, you would really do need somebody who specializes in this type of cult-like trauma as well. And I hope you're looking into that. Because it seems to me, in my opinion, that, you know, you're going through a withdrawal from the addiction of narcissistic abuse. And that's the best advice I can give you there, Chris. So I hope that helps. Thank you for your contribution and your story. I appreciate it. Thank you to everybody watching. Please leave any opinions or advice in the comment section below. And again, if you want your story read on the channel, you have a topic you'd like me to cover, a narcissist you'd like to expose, you'd like to set up Skype, a phone call, have a private video made, or a Facebook live chat, or you'd like to sponsor a video like this for someone who needs help and can't afford it, or just make a contribution to the channel in general to keep it supported, growing, and successful, because this channel survives 100% on contributions from all of you. Without you guys, all this goes away. So if you like what you see here and you want to see more videos like this, you know what to do with the PayPal and email links in the description box. Also, please like and share this video wherever you can. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and be sure to click the subscription bell to be notified of all my video uploads. I'm Ollie Matthews. This has been the Narcissistic Resistance. Take care.